Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about federal funding, specifically SBIR and STTR. If you are a business that drives any form of innovation, we're talking about technology-driven small businesses. If you specialize in R&D, if you have strong presence in the aerospace field, and if you have a technical team, if you are doing anything innovative, then I'd highly recommend that you watch this video and see how you can use these funds and these federal grants to your advantage so you can kickstart your business or get to the next level with federal funding. So, I'm gonna be talking about the requirements, why you need to pursue this, and how to find these opportunities. So, let's get into it. Okay, so what is SBIR? So it's a program, it says for Small Business Innovation Research, and it's a program supporting small businesses, as I've mentioned, working in research and development. If you have any innovative technology that you're building that has strong commercial potential, then the SBIR is for you. How does it work? What should you expect in terms of funding? So, funding estimate, it's split into different phases. Phase one, and this is between $50,000 and $275,000. It's called feasibility study, and it's usually between 6 to 12 months. And what they're trying to see is they're trying to let you prove the concept. So at this stage, it's just a proof of concept. You have an idea, you have some sort of a research that just started out, and you want to make sure that it's feasible, it has commercial potential. That's the first phase, and as I mentioned, the estimate is around $50,000 to $275,000. Now, once you graduate from phase one, you are in phase two. And this one, as you can see, the range is way higher. It's $500,000 to approximately 1.8. And this is called R&D continuation, and this is for 2 years. And here what you're trying to do is actually implement your product or your research, and you're trying to build a prototype. So you are one step closer to commercialization. Then once the 2 years are up, then you are in the commercialization phase. This phase you have no funding, but you either pursue a government contract. So some agencies, once you graduate from phase two, it becomes a government contract. So this way you have a client that would pay you again, or you go to market and then you pursue private funding. Now, who is the ideal recipient, or what are the requirements to be eligible to a SBIR? So you have to be a for-profit US-based small business, so that's less than 500 employees. The second thing is you have to fulfill the US residency requirement. Ideally, if you're a US citizen, then you shouldn't have any issues here. You have to be registered on sam.gov. I have a video on how to do that. And then you also have to be registered with SBIR. And finally, you have to have, when you submit your application, you have to have a strong commercialization potential in whatever the SBIR grant is about. But in most cases, it's technology, it's defense, healthcare, energy, biomedical, in the biomedical field as well. That's the kind of area of focus in most cases. Now, what are the advantages of pursuing SBIR for your business? The main one, the key one is that you do not lose any equity with these funds. So you lose nothing, you're not losing a share of your business. So if you're eligible for these grants, it's free money for your business without you having to, for example, go and talk to venture capitalists or VCs or private investors. You're going to the government, you're getting these grants, you're kickstarting your business, and you're winning potentially $2 million in grants and funds without losing any equity. So this by itself is a strong advantage for why you should pursue SBIR. The second thing is once you actually have this, it's very prestigious among federal agencies and also private customers as well. So when they see that you have done this, it's a badge of honor, you could think of it, that you can take somewhere else. And also when it comes to funding as well, it will make your life easier in the future. And I'll have a link for this, or it's just sbir.gov. You can visit it and go check out the requirements and opportunities as well. Now, the second program is called STTR, and this one is Small Business Technology Transfer. So, what is it, and how is it different from SBIR? So, STTR is this. It's very similar to SBIR. The only requirement that's different, it requires collaboration between your business, a small business, and a nonprofit research institution. So, in most cases, it's universities. So, who's ideal for this and why it makes sense? If you are a PhD student, or you are a in academia and you want to take your research from the lab to the market, this is ideal for you. Or if you are a business enthusiast and you have an idea that you want to collaborate with a lab in a university, or even if you want to collaborate with a specific professor to take a research and bring it to life into commercialization, so it's available in the business world. So the funding estimate, phase one is the same, 50,000 to 275 is the same as SBIR, and same for phase two as well. It's approximately, obviously this varies between grant to another, but I'm just sharing with you ranges and that I found. And then phase three is commercialization. That's the same. You don't have any funding. The ideal recipient is small businesses that are willing to partner with research institutions, as I mentioned, and if you want to leverage academic expertise to innovate. So what comes to mind for me is if you're doing anything in the biomedical space, if you're doing anything with in the biology field, if you're doing anything with AI, if you're doing anything with energy, aerospace, anything defense related, mechanical engineering, these things, you can collaborate with a like academic institution or research institution to bring it to life. This is the perfect opportunity for you. Again, this helps you bring research to life, which one you would have competitive advantage in the market because it's a brand new technology or brand new device that hasn't been in the market. And what people struggle with the most is funding the research period. So this way you kind of have funding to get through that. And then that's the competitive advantage as well. And also you're getting access to cutting edge research and also funding as well. So an example for this I found is the NSF STTR grant for AI-powered renewable energy solution. Phase one was $200,000, and that's just to bring it to prove the concept. It's a feasibility study. Now, what you can see as well if you want help and you want to get more information about this, there is the SBIR website has local assistance, and let me show you what that looks like. So local assistance allow you to search for your state. So let's say Alabama, for example, and you will find resources. So these are business kind of entrepreneurship hubs where you can go and talk more about your business and get more information on the program, so you can discuss your case specifically if you want. Usually these are kind of program centers for that support innovation and entrepreneurship, and I'm sure there's one in your state and city, so make sure to make use of these. It's sbir.gov and then local resources. Now I'll show you how to find these grants. Obviously, there's the website for SBIR and STTR. You can utilize that if you want. But what I'm going to show you is the website I use. And the reason I use it is because it summarizes the search results easily. This has access to in contracting on a federal state level and also grants. But today I want to highlight SBIR and STTR. So let's say we want to focus on like biomedical devices. What you can do is just search quickly here and it will give you relevant opportunities in the SBIR and STTR space with an AI generated summary. So this one, for example, is offering funding for innovative therapies and technologies to improve pain management. This one I think is the same one, but it's a different phase. This one is late stage translation of biomedical and behavioral research results. This one, for example, is phase two for renewable awards for preclinical research. So if you're doing some sort of research, you would find the great opportunities here. We can also search, for example, for research in general. Let's see what we can get. So this one is for Alzheimer's disease. This one is, we just saw a translation of biomedical and behavioral research. This one is clinical diagnostic addressing health disparities among diverse population. So you can get an idea of each one of these, and then once you click on it as well, you will get the description, and this is a long description and the links. But you can utilize here the SAM Search AI to get more information about this. So you could ask it questions like, what are the requirements, for example? And it would give you a detailed approach, just like ChatGPT, but specifically for government contracting and grants. So this way you'll be able to kind of go through all of these and understand them on a deeper level. You could save these to kind of view them later, but I would highly recommend you search, let's say, software innovation, see if there's any. See, this one is a automated tissue chip system for drug discovery. I assume there would be a lot of drug discovery because it's a hot topic right now. This one is create technologies that address health related social needs. So these are AI generated summaries, but they're just breaking down all these complex grants. So you don't have to do that yourself. And then obviously you can break it down using the search AI just to make it easier. You can try this out if you want. I'll leave a link in the description. But I hope this was helpful. Definitely, if you're doing anything innovation related, if you are a startup that's coming out of research, then I would highly recommend you look into SBIR and STTR. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.